what's about to happen there, and their attempts at invading Russia, with the help, I should add, of American private military contractors. Busted. Forward Observation Group published photos of mercenaries from the Kursk region. I'm not sure why they would do this. Were they given the green light to do this? Who decided that this was a good idea to let the Russians know, even though they're going to capture many mercenaries, and they're killing mercenaries left and right all the time there. They just don't talk about it that much, but they are. Does Ukraine know that attention is going to be taken away from there soon, and that the United States is going to have to start to pull some of its funding? Are we going to see some retrenchment in spending on the European front? Is Poland going to start to take the reins there, getting incredibly aggressive in terms of a lot of their rhetoric lately? Lukashenko's nuclear brinkmanship is approaching very dangerous levels. Many people right now are talking about an imminent nuclear attack in some capacity, overstepping nuclear red lines. We are so close, and now they're even talking about opening up other fronts inside Russia, which is why Vladimir Putin has now created 3 new military districts, which of course are susceptible to these attacks. Now, what you're looking at behind me here, this is an image of the Kursk nuclear power plant. As you can see, they're starting to dig trenches along the nuclear power plant. Now, that is very close to the plant. You would only be doing that if you thought that there was definitely a potential, because the thing with the power plant is that it's a very enticing target, because once you capture it, all you have to do is capture it. Because what are the Russians going to do? They have to go in with either special ops and shoot guys in hallways and tear that place apart. If you can capture it, though, right, it would be very hard for them to recapture, which is the case with the Zaporozhye nuclear power plant, because it is a big shield. It is not a human shield, but it is a shield in the sense that, number one, you're not supposed to target nuclear power plants because it's a violation of the Geneva Convention, but it's also, like holding a hostage. You're holding somebody hostage on their country. It's like the equivalent of a person being held hostage, only with this one, if you start firing bombs at it, then you're going to cause a radiological disaster, which is going to destroy the entire region. So this is what's going down right now as American private military contractors storm Kursk. Some people are saying that this is a last-ditch Hail Mary and that Ukraine is on the back foot. But I just don't even know. From somebody who looks at the information every single day, I can honestly say I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what shape or form the Ukrainians are in. My gut is telling me, yeah, they're probably mostly screwed. Lots of the military data coming out from the front suggest that they've been attrited to the point where the front lines are collapsing in the Donbass area, but it's still very slow. And is that front collapsing because they have these reserves in other places that they're getting ready to redeploy them? Are we going to see a movement in Zaporozhye? Are we going to see a movement in the Bryansk region? There's plenty of things that can still happen at this point. So these are the 3 regions. So you have the Belgorod region, you have the Kursk region, and you have the Bryansk region. And so far they've been doing the cross-border incursions, the Russian partisans into Belgorod throughout the duration of the conflict. This is the amount of territory that Ukraine has claimed to have locked down and is now building defensive lines, although they continue to be bombarded heavily by pretty much everything the Russians can throw at this region, which is why they evacuated 200,000 people out of it, because they're just going to, destroy it. And Bryansk, but the incursion into Bryansk was very small. It was like a platoon size of guys who, were just causing mayhem. So that's what's going down. Meanwhile, you have